Guys, so I'll be going over all of the current, if not most of the current working codes in Blade Ball. Now this will be another longer one, so I do suggest getting a piece of paper going along with me, as there are quite a few codes that are currently active and that do work. So I do suggest getting a piece of paper or something, as it will be, difficult, or other just going with me or redeeming the codes with me, as it will be a lot easier, and remembering these will not be very easy. So I do suggest either grabbing a piece of paper and writing all these down, or doing it with me, as these will be a lot easier if you do that. Alright guys, so the first currently working code is Ramadan. It does not matter if these are capitalized or not capitalized or not. Just make sure you're spelling them correctly, as if they're not spelled correctly, they will not work. Like I said, capitalization does not matter, so let's spell like this, but capitalization, you can do either or, it does not matter. Capital, doesn't matter. And these were the first one. Most of these will just give you like free spins and different swords if you're curious as to what you're getting. So yeah, if you're just getting like a free spins, free swords, and then some other currencies, if I'm not wrong. And yeah, this will be the first one. The second currently working code is Spooky Season. Again, does not matter if it's spelled correctly. Well, it does matter if it's spelled correctly, but capitalization is not does not matter. So we can do any capitalization again. So again, doesn't matter, and this will work. And again, most of these will give like free swords and then free spins if you're curious. The second working code currently will be 4B visits, so spelled like this. And guys, it should work if you do it like this. Again, capitalization does not matter, just spell it correctly like this. Now, the fourth working code at this point, I believe, will be Shark Attack. So let's spell like this. Like this, guys, and again, it should work as long as your capitalization, well, it does, as long as your spelling is correct, that should work. And like I said, capitalization does not matter. Going on to the fifth working code right now, it will be Summer Wheel. So like this, or spell like this. Like this, guys, and this should work if you spell it correctly. And again, capitalization does not matter. Now moving on to the sixth currently working code, it'll be Summer Starts Here. Spell like this. Like this, guys, and it should work. Again, just make sure it's spelled correctly like this, and it should work. Now moving on to the seventh currently working code, it'll be Energy Swords. So spelled like this. Like this, guys, and it should work if you spell it correctly. And then moving on to the eighth currently working code, it'll be Give Me Luck. So spelled like this. Like this, guys. Make sure it's spelled like this, and you should work. Just make sure let's make sure all spelling's correct. Capitalization does not matter. Just make sure. Again, the big thing is just spelling. That's really all to worry about. Now, moving on to the ninth currently working code at this point, it will be Dungeons Release. So make sure it's like this. Spelled like this, guys. Make sure it's spelled like this, and you will get rewarded if you make sure if it's spelled like this. Just make sure again it is correctly spelled, or else it will not work. So spell like this, and again you will get either most of them will give free spins or a free sword if they are spelled correctly. And yeah, moving on to the whatever code at this point I forgot. It will be Frogs, and again, capitalization does not matter, and this will work. And yes, now moving on to the next code, it'll be Battle Royale. That should work. Make sure it's spelled correctly. Not like that, but like this, and just make sure it's spelled like this, as it will not work if it is spelled otherwise again. But capitalization does not matter. Now moving on to the next currently working code, it'll be RNG emotes. Yeah, I already claimed it, but again, RNG emotes will be RNG emotes will be the next working one. Again, like I messed up here, but capitalization does not matter. Like I said, as long as it's spelled correctly like this, it should work. Now, moving on to the next code, will be Free Spins. So it's spelled like this. Like this, guys, and it should work. Just make sure it's spelled correctly. Then moving on to, I believe, the final code, it will be to be thanks. So spelled like this. Like this, guys, and it should work. Just make sure it is spelled correctly, and capitalization does not matter. And this will be my final warning, or final, recommendation, or like a warning again. Make sure all codes are spelled correctly. Capitalization does not matter. So if you did get one wrong, just make sure you go back and make sure it's spelled correctly. But again, capitalization does not matter. So you should be able to just spell it however you like, or not spell however you like, but you should be able to just capitalize it however you like. Alright guys, so this is the end of the video. I try not to make it too long, as there were quite a few codes in this, so I didn't want to make it too long, for you guys, as I know you guys just want to redeem the codes as fast as possible and, get them, as I know you guys don't want to just sit here and watch me yap for 20 minutes, as I know that isn't going to be fun or, useful. I try to make these videos as helpful as possible, and yeah. Anyway, guys, before you do leave, the least you could do, just give me, subscribe, like the video and hit notification bells. It does help me out a lot, and it does make my day if you do that. So that's the least you could do, and if you do that, thanks. But anyway, guys, thank you for tuning in, and peace out. I'll see you soon. Bye.